Welcome in, guys, and I am back to talk about the Lions, who absolutely just finished, the game has just finished. The Lions and the Cowboys, again, the Lions defeated the Cowboys on the road. This was a really entertaining game, and like later on tonight, well, now, what happened to Bengals and the fucking Giants on prime time. Again, it's the best we can do in the NFL. Have the Giants and the Bengals on TV. I understand in the New York market, but come on, like the Lions and Cowboys game. Especially, I know you're a Cowboys fan, you don't really want to watch it again, but like this should have been on the Lions and Cowboys game should have been on primetime Sunday night. But anyway, I digress. Again, you look at first off, we had a 2nd and 8, and it was a flag. There was a flag from the Cowboys, and then that leads ultimately to a field goal to make it 0-3. Oh no, we get a flag. A penalty was given from the Lions. Then a 2nd and 8. Great coverage. I did like the coverage on the defense and the secondary against the Cowboys tonight. 2nd and 8. Good, great tight coverage between Ian Hutchinson and C.D. Lamb. But ultimately that leads into like another flag, which ultimately leads into a field goal to put the Cowboys on 3. Again, then ultimately I love the Dave Montgomery gets us back in the game to make it 6-3, field goal 7-3. But again, what I do like is the offense was really good tonight, whatever. The offense was really great. Montgomery was putting up some good numbers. The breaking the tackles as well, especially on the offensive side of the ball, just absolutely just breaking away in that Cowboys defense. And again, you look at the Cowboys and they're like, yeah, you've got Mike Zimmer as your defensive coordinator. You know the Mike Zimmer that was in Minnesota for a number of years and didn't do shit in Minnesota. Yeah, that guy. And Mike McCarthy again. His fourth season in Dallas. Jerry Jones is like, again, every year the meme is they're gonna, the Cowboys are gonna fucking win Super Bowl again. It's probably time to get rid of Mike McCarthy. Again, he's took you the best he can with his team. Same with Dak Prescott. Dak is a decent level quarterback, but again, he's 30 years old, and you kind of know your ceiling with him. I think it's time to maybe, hitch your wagon on, probably stop hitching your wagon on Dak Prescott and go in another direction with this Cowboys team. But anyway, I'll talk about that later on. So anyway, we get to 7-3 in the first, and then it goes to 10-3 in the second. We have a great little play between Montgomery and Jared Goff, which leads up to 17-3, 16 and then 16-3. Then in the third, we get Aiden Hutchinson, who gets injured after halftime. Aiden Hutchinson gets injured. Nasty twist of his leg, the tibular and fibular. That was what was going around when I looked online. So again, he was stretched away. So big loss was on the defense side of the ball. That happened, but again, it happens, and hopefully Hutchinson gets well and comes back stronger than ever. Then later on in the second half, it was the Cowboys kind of trying to get themselves into it. 27-6, and then Jameson really just ended it at this point with 33-6, and then 40-9 in the fourth, and then 47-9 to end the game. And the Lions get the job done, 47-9. An impressive win on the road. Won. We haven't won at the. We haven't beaten the Cowboys on the road since 2013. So it has been a long time coming. And again, we're 4-1. Again, we're 4-1, which again, great start to the season. Again, definitely it's going to be us and the Bears, I think, this year for that number one spot in the NFC North. The Bears they had a good game and a good shutout earlier in the morning. But yeah, between us and the Bears for the NFC North, and again we've got a division game. Our next couple of games we have a division game against the Vikings. So that's a one again. The Vikings as well. They've been pretty impressive this year. Sam Darnold led fucking Vikings have been well. So that's a big game we have. And then we have the Tennessee Titans with Will Levis. So we have them. Then we have the Packers. So we have another division game with Jordan Love. Then we go with CJ, and then after that is CJ Stroud. So again, if we can get past, if we can get 4 wins after this, like we can beat the Vikings. You know, I presume that we're going to beat the Vikings after this. We should be beating the Vikings again. With all respect. Again, Jared Goff, him, and Jared Goff is a better quarterback than Sam Darnold. We should be beating them. Titans, we should get a win from there, and then the Packers and the Texans. Going to be tough games, but we should win there. And ultimately, you're looking at being an 8-1 team potentially there. If I'm right, an 8-1 team. I would take that. And it's us and the Bears this year for the NFC North, and hopefully we can get to a championship game. That has to be the goal, is to get to the championship game, to win the championship game this year. We got there last year. The secondary really still needs improvement, I think, the secondary, but if we can, if we can have those defensive performances like we did in this Cowboys team, in this Cowboys game today. I know it's the Cowboys and they're not really the best defensively or offensively the last couple of games, but if we can have those performances on the offense, have good performances on the offensive side of the ball and defensively, then we should be winning the championship and becoming one of the contenders this year with the Texans. Bears potentially could be a contending team. Obviously, we know the Chiefs are going to be up there, and the Ravens, but a great, impressive road win for the Lions. So let's keep going on, guys.